ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Vinland Saga, and it seems everything has caught up to Canute and the farm. Farmland is kind of over right now. War is here. Farm is actually becoming a battlefield. But even among all of the fighting, everything that's happening, the big plot points, the pain is still here. There's the scene with Arnhide there, and next episode is probably gonna hurt so much. And I'm thinking that I was correct about her, but we're gonna get to that scene now. This episode, and we also have SEAL Team 6 Torgil. We're gonna get to that. So yeah, let's get into it and talk about it. Now it starts. We see Kettle and Torgil having their men there ready. Like I think it was 350 men, but only like 100 are actually at least decent at fighting. And the way they kind of pumped them out up to be ready for fight, kind of deceiving them a bit and promising to cancel their debts. This is mostly done by Torgil. He's probably the one that is the true commander, that the one that knows what to do, how to do it, how to fight, how to get people to do what you want. Kettle is just there to be the spokesperson. In a way, he's a complete and utter fool, and I hate him a lot more after last episode. But here you just see him how completely delusional he is, and we're gonna get to that. But what is more interesting, honestly, I think this episode just shows how good of a character Snake is. Even he recognized that Torgil is the one that did so much to even get them to this point, even though they don't stand a chance here. But yeah, we're gonna get to Snake also. Now Thorfin and Einar being very worried about Arnhide, everything that's happening also with the war finally being here, and the conversation, which I felt it was a bit robbed last episode, but we finally have the moment between them here. Leif and Thorfin, a small reunion. They're gonna have time to catch up after considering their situation. But just seeing how Leif looked at Thorfin just brought a tear to my eye, telling him, "You've changed, Thorfin. I like the look on your eyes right now a bit more." Being happy to see him, and also the relief that Thorfin felt, both of them at the same time. Feels like, considering everything they've been through, especially Thorfin, having this small moment of happiness with everything that's happening and that has happened, just felt so good. And I can't wait for them to have a longer conversation, which hopefully is gonna happen later on, because right now everything is in a rush. But Arnhide's condition is bad. Pater still worried about her. They can't really move her. They have to be worried about her child. They don't even know if she's gonna wake up. But yeah, I think she's probably going to die, and we're gonna talk a bit more about her scene towards the end, because Canute is finally here. Snake spots the army. Even on the shore there, when they're trying, one of the villagers randomly shoots an arrow, but of course wasn't gonna reach the boat. But the guys on the boat were able to reach them on the shore, and they killed quite a few of them pretty easily even before they landed. They're completely outmatched, outclassed. This is not even a fight. This is gonna be a massacre, honestly. Maybe something's going to happen because of Torgil, but yeah, just shows how this is not equal. not even close, to say the least. And we finally have Canute landing. He tries to end this without fighting, sending a message to Kettle: you either choose exile or you're going to die. But this guy is just so delusional, so full of himself. He has no idea. Just the anger, the everything. He's not thinking straight would be an understatement. He gets even angrier, starts believing that he's actually the Iron Fist, and doesn't accept the offer there. I know it's a shitty offer, but dude, considering how much of a piece of shit you are, and considering who you're facing and with what you're fighting, just, yeah, don't. I get it, for honor, for fighting, but no, you're gonna lose badly, like very badly. And what I liked probably this episode was Torgil was such an awesome character. I liked him quite a lot, even from that scene back in town when he obliterated those men. Of course, he's very arrogant, but at least he can back it up. He comes back and says, hey, they only have 100 men. And Kettle is like, yes, we can do this, guys. We got this. And I'm like, there you moron. How can you be so delusional? And Kettle just continues, yeah, sure, you fools. He knows they're not gonna win this. Even after that, that's why I like Torgil. You're what Kettle should have been. Even though you're an asshole, you're very arrogant, and I don't like you for what you did to that kid. But you still have my respect as a warrior. Now Kettle is a piece of shit. Olmar also, I like you, Olmar. We're gonna get to Olmar, but yeah, that was a fun moment seeing Torgil and realizing he's surrounded by fools there. Even Snake and Fox was awesome. This episode, Snake talking to him and them scouting the army, realizing the danger and they're not gonna win this fight. And when Snake told him, hey, those are the Yoms Vikings, Fox, wow, complete shocked. Even Snake said, hey, I haven't seen your eyes so wide open. He got he was shitting bricks there. But yeah, now after that, Snake even has the conversation with his man, telling, hey, you can run, it's okay, this is not, you don't have to be here, I'm gonna stay, I'm the commander, just showing how much honor he has. And Fox comes with the idea, hey, let's hand over Kettle, his men. They're thinking, but he's Iron Fist, and how are we gonna handle Torgil? Yeah, that's a good point, but what came after was very interesting. We're starting to discover a bit more about Snake, saying he met the actual Iron Fist. He was the one that taught him how to fight, considered him like a brother, but something happened and Snake screwed up. He ended up on the run, and through everything he heard, he wanted to find Iron Fist for him to find a safe place to stay. But when he reached here, he found a different person. So he knew all along that Kettle is not Iron Fist, but he still stayed there. He didn't have anywhere else to go, so he kept that secret to himself. I'm curious, are we ever gonna find out more about the real Iron Fist? That's gonna be interesting if we ever do. But even more showing how much honor Snake has, saying wants to repay his debt despite of everything, even with the lie being there a con man by Kettle. And all of the men also, they pumped themselves up, deciding to stay there. Still honor, even though Fox, you deserve that punch, what you tried to do to Thorfin. You're growing on me a bit, Fox. I hope you don't die. I hope you don't die at least. Even though you can be an asshole, I hope you don't die. Snake's probably not gonna die, or at least wishful thinking in my part, but we're gonna have to see. Now this is where we have Torgil trying to have a conversation with Olmar to get him to understand fighting strategies, what to do in a situation like this, teaching him about war, battlefield and things like that, and him knowing that the fools that they have, the amateurs, the peasants, everything they're not gonna do much. Even Olmar asking, what's the point of them? And Torgil, yeah, they're gonna be the distraction, basically the cannon fodder, if they had cannons back there, wants to use them to get to Canute there. Now, before the fighting starts, we have Snake giving a final warning to Kettle. If we fight, we're gonna lose. But Kettle, complete moron again, refuses to heed any advices, warnings, gives the signal, and the fighting starts. But before we get into the actual fighting, we have Thorfin and the others use the fighting as a distraction for them to take Arnhide and for them to also leave the farm. But they even left money for Arnhide to buy her freedom, basically. But yeah, they even think a bit about Sverkel, to say their goodbyes to him. And Sverkel was a decent human, even though considering everything, he was better than his sons, or his son and his nephews there, to say the least. But yeah, now this is where the pain comes in. So far we had all of the fighting, everything that was happening. Kind of felt a bit like season 1, but here I'm that episode with Gardar in those dark woods when he saw his life, the afterlife, seeing everything there. Arnhide has that moment. I'm like, no, not after that episode. I cried already enough. And we have her seeing, being in a cart, Gardar leading the cart, and the kids are there with her also. So Hatil is probably dead also. Her unborn son being with her, kind of a vision of the afterlife, leaving her life behind. And Gardar commenting that the dark woods full of despair, it's been a long road and bloody, but we're finally going home. And when she sees the animals in the background, a spark kind of ignites in her. I knew this was going to happen, and even she knows what's about to happen, but she still says there's still animals here, they're trying to survive. But the moment that hit me, kind of twisting a bit the knife, when Gardar turns around, tells her, say goodbye to the one that helped you, to the ones that cared about you, and she wakes up a bit. And probably next episode is going to hurt a lot. Even now I'm trying to hold back a bit tears, but yeah, Arnhide is probably going to die. I knew it ever since that episode when she headed into the dead of night, into that storm, the way they portray that scenes, and everything ever since then. I knew she was going to die, but it still hurt. She has been an awesome character. We're probably gonna talk more about her next episode. I'm not ready for the pain to come, but yeah, another beautiful and painful scene, and more to come. But after that we have full-on battlefield fighting, chopping, starting everything there. Floki commanding the Vikings, Canute saying probably not even gonna need the rear guard, but after that we're gonna see he wants Kettle to be captured. And here we finally have Olmar realizing and admitting to himself, which is very important, that he can't be like his brother. But that's okay. I hope after him realizing that and voicing that out loud, he realized it's okay not to be a warrior. It's okay not to be like Torgil. Be your own man. Not everybody has to be a warrior. And I hope he kind of sees a bit more how Thorfin sees the world right now. I kind of like Olmar. He's this naive character. He's kind of a bit fragments of Kettle, or what he should have been. You have Torgil if Kettle actually was Iron Fist. You have Olmar if he was just an honest man, a weak man, how he is. But instead we have the piece of shit that Kettle is. At least his sons have had some potential. Hopefully at least Olmar survives. I don't see Torgil surviving after this, because he goes in SEAL Team 6, use the fighting as a distraction to come behind and swim around to get behind Canute, and the smug face he had, and I'm like, dude, I hate you, but I like you at the same time. Just showing how capable of a fighter, strategist he is. I'm curious what's going to happen. I don't think he's going to kill Canute. Maybe he's gonna get close. Maybe he's gonna fight Ulf, or that guy that is always with Canute. Or maybe are we actually gonna see Floki fight? I don't think we ever saw Floki actually fight. He just rambling his mouth there, conniving and deceiving, but he's probably a good fighter. But I kind of want to see Floki fight. That's going to be interesting. But Torgil, we know he's a monster, but I don't think he's going to kill Canute. So yeah, this was a very good episode. The action is here. If you have been waiting for the moment, this is your cue to start watching Vinland Saga again. Even though I think Season 2 has been truly a masterpiece so far, and it just keeps going and going. I just love Season 2 so much. But yeah, if you want action, here it is, action here. War is at the farm. So yeah, Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think about the fighting starting again? What do you think about Arnhide, and are you prepared for next episode? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So make sure to check out the podcast Because Anime, and be ready for next episode. It's gonna be some more pain. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.